Good afternoon, YouTubers. This is a Dell Model 4300 series, an old computer I have. Usually with these computers, you can get inside there, you want to repair something. You got screws in the side here, you pull them off, pull the side panel off, or you have a latch, push it down, pull the cover off. Of course I already did that. Okay, this is a basic review of the inside of the computer. You've got to start with your fan to cool your CPU and your heatsink. This comes off, you pull it out like this, add a latch in there. This is your heatsink in here with all the fins. The air flows onto the fins, cools the CPU. CPU is attached by the board. It has many pins. When you pull a CPU chip out, you have to pull it out with a small tool, plastic tool. You have to be static free when you do it, and you pull that out. Of course, your heatsink first comes unclipped from the board, and then you put your new chip in. On top of that, you put like a gum substance or a quicksilver. On top of that, you spread it smoothly over the CPU, not getting it into the holes of the pins, and you put your heatsink on top of that. You move the heatsink left, right to the corners very slowly, and you clip down your heatsink right here. This is your cooler. This is what cools your CPU, your chip on your board. This is the motherboard, we call it. This is onboard video. These are PCI slots. PCI slots are to add devices like FireWire or USB. They snap in, they're very easy to change. You pop the back bracket out here to install one. Okay, you can get that at the store. Or you can get it like from Directron or Newegg online. I suggest Directron's a very good place to go to. This is your battery, your clock battery. You pull that out again with a small tool, plastic tool. It's got a spring loaded on the side here, and that's to reset your battery. There's another part over here to reset your CMOS. This will also reset that too. You look on the battery, you get that, you know, at Office Supply or whatever. Look on the battery for the number. Stick that back in. Okay. Right here we've got the memory. We've got two slots here. These top and bottom, these clips pop outward, and then you pull the memory from the center out. You want to wear a static band, or you want to hold your hand with the case with your left hand, use your right hand and pull your memory out of the board. On that memory stick there is sets of teeth. Okay, they're gold colored teeth, and there's so many on one side and so many on the other side. You want to make sure when you put your memory back into the board that you have it orientated correctly with that. Okay. This is your SCSI. The video may jump here, I'm sorry about that, folks. We left off. This is your SCSI cable right here, which goes up to your DVD, and then you've got a part from the power supply, got a power wire going to your hard drive, which plugs in. SCSI cable hooks into your hard drive and then to your board. From the power supply, it goes down to a white block which snaps onto the board. Power supply, when we replace the power supply, you want to get a power supply that is about the same configuration of what you pull out. If you want to keep the computer in the same configuration, they run relatively cheap. There's a couple screws back here you pull out to pull that out. You want to make sure you go slow when you do all this. You don't want to cut yourself on any of the interior parts of the computer. The DVD drives, they slide out the front. You pop the front cover off, work that off, and you slide those out. If you have the power supply out, you know, first you pull that, you can pull it out backwards, but you basically go from the front. This wire here goes to your power button up to the front of the computer. We talked about the memory and And there goes the phone. Sorry about that. Phone's always ringing. Anyway, this is just a basic overview I want to show you. Pull your side cover off your computer. Get in there. Spray the board down with a can of air. Keep the can of air straight up. Do not tilt the can of air. Or if you have some kind of air system to use, don't use a brush to clean the motherboard. You want to get all that dust out of your computer. You don't want to insulate your computer. You want to keep the dust off and keep it uninsulated so the components do not heat up and deteriorate in time. So it's a good idea to clean inside your computer once in a while. Don't use high pressure air. If you do, stand way away. Make sure your computer is, you know, clamped down somehow and to get the air out of it. Or you can reverse the hose on some vacuums and blow air into the computer to get all the dust out of it, keep it nice and clean, you know, for maintenance wise. When you do that, keep all your components plugged in. Don't pull your memory out, don't pull anything out when you do that, okay? Basically, this is the overview I wanted to give you on the inside of the computer and some beginning things to think about in computer repair. It's fun, it's interesting, it can be frustrating at times when those parts don't come in on time. And then of course, you know, all your software is stored on your hard drive. That's a whole nother story, you know, with the different operating systems they have today. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you have a good day. Thank you.